Hi, this is the help video for Access Chapter 9, and this is movie number 2. We're going to start at step number 5. So we're creating this form that is not bound, that it's really just going to gather information that we use to figure out what we want to actually see. So we're on step 5. It says, when a control is added to the form, the name property is already defined with a generic name like text1 or combo 28. It's considered best practice to give the controls a more descriptive name, which will make them easier to refer to later. And so one of the things that I don't normally do too much is, let's go to the properties. I don't normally rename these labels. I always rename the text boxes because you're going to use this later and you're never going to remember, like mine's text 3 or this is text 7 because I, deleted some and put them back on. So we're going to edit the name property of the search employee name, the search member name, and the search member state controls to be this specific name. So we're talking about these, we're going to leave these labels alone. So let's go right here, and I'm in my property sheet, and what you want to recognize is that this control source, that's what it's pulling from, is empty, and that's what we want it to be. If we go to all, the all tab, the first thing would be the name. We're going to change this one. So this is going to be called search employee name. So that's what we will be able to reference this little text box as. Let's go down to this next one, and this is going to be search member name. Then this one is going to be search member state. The combo box is, instead of combo 33, we're going to call it search renewal month. And then go down to the last control, and we're going to call this search renewal year. So now, instead of having to remember that's combo 33 or whatever, now it has a meaningful name. I'm going to go up and save that, and we're done with step number 5. Oh, no, we're not. I'm sorry. We're done with that part. When creating Unbound forms in layout, each control you add will be the same size. All right, since the criteria being entered in the control could vary by size, you have been asked to increase the width of all controls, okay? So edit the width property of the search employee name to be 2 inches. So we're going to go back to that property sheet, and then we're going to go into format width. So right now it's set to 1. We're going to make it a 2. And it's going to make that one a 2 and all of them, because it's kind of, if you notice little dotted line, so these are kind of joined together. And so whatever you do to one is doing to the other. So now we can save the form, and we are done with step 5. Let's go look at step number 6. Default values can be useful when developing the query by form technique, all right? He finds that most often searching members for the state of New Mexico. So the state, we're going to click on the state. We want to have the property sheet up. So this is a data. This is about the data, right? Not how it looks. So we're going to go to the data tab, and right here is default value. We're going to type NM. I'm going to click off of it, and notice Access puts the quotes. We're going to save it. Input masks can be added to form fields where appropriate to prevent the user from making common mistakes. Since all the states entered into the database are 2 characters an input mask could be added to search the member to the field, search to the control, search member state to require 2 capital letters. We know how to do that. We've just done it on fields instead of actually in a form. So here is our input mask still in the data. So I'm on the field, the control that's going to allow me to pick the member state. In my input mask, I'm just going to do a greater than LL, and we're all familiar with that, right? So we're saying uppercase, and the LL means 2 letters must be entered. All right. All right, we're going to save that, and we're done with step 6. Let's move to step number 7. All right, now that the Unbound form has been created, the query needs to be modified so that it will use the values from this form, okay? So open the Red Bluff QBF query, that's a form, Helen, right there in Design View. So if we look at this query right now, right, do you see what the source is for it? So one of the things that I wanted to mention to you is this information that's on this page. I don't know what page it is. Modifying query results to use form controls. So this is some sample criteria for the syntax that you need, but this is the basic one right here. That's what you need to forms, exclamation, name of form, exclamation, name of control. So given that, we should be able to put in what we need. And so what we want to do here is, sorry, let me pause. So the first one that we're working on is this renewal month right here, renewal month. So we're going to come down in this criteria. I'm going to right click and I'm going to use build. So once I use build, I am going to open up the database here with this plus sign, and it's going to open up all of the object types, and we want to find a form. So we're going to open that up. And then we want loaded forms because we have the Red Bluff open. If you didn't have it open, you'd have to use the all forms. But since I still have it open, I can say loaded forms and click on it. Once I do that, you see all of the different objects on that. And this is why, you know, if you left these as a meaningless name, it would be difficult to pick. So we are on the renewal month. So let's find where it says search renewal month, right? Search renewal month. We're going to double click on that. It's going to put in the string that it needs. So the word form, exclamation, the name of the form, exclamation, the name of the object. Okay, so by using the expression builder, we didn't really have to do, we want to say or, and then type this again, click on it again, is null, because it's saying we need to be able to, if they pick a month or if it's null. So we're going to leave that. And we're going to say, okay, it's going to put that in there. Do the same for the criteria row of renewal year, calculated field, and the state field. So renewal year, we're going to come up here, we're going to right click, we're going to build, we're going to open up our forms, our loaded form. We're going to pick it, and this time it's renewal month. Ooh, did I do wrong? Hold on, let me go back. No, okay, so I did that right. This is month, I was in year, so hold on. Do the same for renewal year. Okay, so right click, build, open, loaded form, click on the form. This time we're going to do renewal year, double click, or renewal year is null. Does it need do the same? Yeah, okay. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to do state. So right click, build, open, click on the form. Now we're going to find search member state, double click, or double click on it again, is null. So this way they can pick, they don't have to fill everything in, right? If they just are qualifying on state, then the others are going to be the is null. They don't have to supply everything. Okay. And making sure to leave. Okay, so let's save the query. What did I do? Shoot. Hold on. Redo. So we're going to save. We're done with 7. All right, let's look at number 8. All right, wildcards such as the asterisk can be incorporated into the query criteria to represent any number of unknown characters before or after either side of the value. Barry would like to be able to enter any part of an employee or member's first or last name and have the query return a value that match. So, all right, so we know how to do that. So let's go to the employee's name, right? And we're going to right click and build, and then we're going to type like asterisk and, because that concatenate. Now we're going to expand, hit, and we want search employee name, double click, and asterisk. So we're concatenating an asterisk before whatever they typed in, and then we're concatenating that with an asterisk at the end. Okay, let's see what else. Use the point. Be sure to include wildcards. Okay. Do this. Okay, so we're good there. We're going to do the same thing for members. So right click, build, like, asterisk, and open up our form, loaded form, click, and this time it's employee name. No, member name. Member name and asterisk. Cool. All right, we're going to save it again. So we are done with step number 8, and I'm going to end this movie. We'll pick up the next movie at step number 9. Thank you.